Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Bajan. How are you? Good evening. I had a wonderful day. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, like today, I would say I had a really productive day. I actually forgot it was a Friday because I was just so busy. But I'm really glad that I get to chill with you guys tonight. How was Thanksgiving for everyone who celebrated Thanksgiving? I hope you guys had a fabulous time. I hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving and you really enjoyed um yeah, just spending time with your family, eating. Um 1 second, guys. Okay, so tonight I am drinking Sprite. I don't know, I was feeling a bit nauseous and I was like, okay, I think maybe Sprite might help. The drink, and it seems to be helping actually. So I don't know if there is some sort of special thing about Sprite curing nausea. But anyway, tonight we're going to be talking about oh, Bajan, you're so sweet. Guys, hit the like button, people. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bajan is reminding y'all to hit that like button, please, and don't be stingy with the likes, but yeah, hit that like button as you guys come in. So for those of you who may or may not have seen it on the internet, it looks like Miss Wanda is coming back on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So Love and Marriage Huntsville, well, Owen decided to post a clip of her coming back. So I guess we're gonna be seeing Wanda on the show. I'm gonna play the clip for you guys in a second. Um, we're going to talk about Wanda. We're going to talk about this post that I put on their page, which I thought was hilarious because of the comments. And I think it could be a fun little game for us to play and join in the fun as well. So I will show you guys that in a second. I also do have some Married to Medicine tea and news. I also want to play like an OG Raw Housewives of Atlanta clip for you guys as well. If I thought I had it saved over here, but I literally watched it and I laughed at it and I think I mistakenly closed it. That's funny. But I'm sure I can find it. But basically it was a clip where Nene and Portia got into it. And it was funny to like watch them go back and forth because you know Portia and Nene tend to get along a bit normally. Although now I know they are currently beefing, but this was like an OG clip of both of them sort of going back. The door is closed, all that stuff. So I think it might be fun to like go back and like watch that together. So it would be a pretty chill live. But yeah, guys, just please hit that like button, please, and thank you. Okay. Bajan is clearly not feeling Miss Wanda being back on the show, as you can see. It is let me share my screen. But before I share my screen, whilst I do that, what do you guys think of Wanda back on the show? Let me share my screen. Now, I think she looks very pretty in that pink. You all know I give credit where credit is due. I think she looks good in the pink. Oh, the bob is bobbing as well. Like, okay, Wanda with the budget. Like the bob is bobbing, honey. That bob is not stiff. Not at all. Not the hose. Not the hose. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you. Yeah, one thing I hear though is the food be good. So If you guys are over there in Huntsville, y'all better let us know if the food is good, whether the food is doing what the food needs to be doing. But yeah. I would say like medium. Medium. Don't say all the way to the but you don't know the decimal. You went right wrong. Okay. Okay. So it seems like Wanda's energy with the cast seems to be pretty good right now. I don't see Nell in the picture. I don't see Nell. I don't see any interaction with Nell because it looks like it's Kimmy, Tisha. Yeah, it's definitely looking like Kimmy and Tisha. Those are the voices I heard. I also saw Destiny laughing. So it's Kimmy, Tisha, and Destiny so far. Um, yeah, I don't see Nell in the picture, so I get the impression that maybe Nell is not going to be there, which I'm not surprised about because it sounds like Nell and Tisha be going through it. So I would not be surprised if it's just Destiny, um, Destiny, Tisha, and Kimmy. But I feel like they're definitely bringing Wanda back for the views, because I feel like the views are probably not doing what it needs to be doing because people are constantly in the comments every time I post a video talking about they're not watching the show. So if a lot of the people that watch my videos are not watching the show, and like a lot of people even on other like platforms as well, I'm still seeing like some people being in the comments like, oh, they don't watch the videos or they don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore. You know, even when I look at comments on own, it doesn't seem very favorable sometimes towards the show, which gives me the impression that people are not really watching the show. And if they're not watching the show, then the show is probably thinking like I got to do whatever I got to do to bring the views in. So I definitely think they are bringing Wanda in for the views. I think that Wanda is one of those people whether you either hate her or you love her. And I think that much is so clear from like see the comments. Someone said I'll definitely be tuning out now. So this person is clearly not feeling the fact that Wanda is going to be back. And then if you see another comment says, good, she's back. So that's what I mean about it's like, there's always going to be people that are for and then people that are against. Another person said, yes, what we needed and should have left Wanda J. Blige as the comic relief needed, period. Someone else said, all I say is don't allow coleslaw a platform. Oh my God, no, 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 this is not, no, don't say that. Do not say that. It's about to be some mess. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm glad that she's back, has her food truck and going, but I'll definitely not be watching her messiness on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it's interesting. It seems like this person supports her, but is still like, I'm not going to be watching. So that's what I mean about how I feel like ain't nobody really feeling her like that. Hello, D Hufford. How are you? You're welcome to the channel. Everybody say hi to D. D is a new person to the channel. Welcome to the family. I hope you enjoyed here. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. So Tommy says Miss Wanda might attack Nell. I can predict that low key. Yes, absolutely. I feel like Wanda and Nell are not going to get along. I feel like Wanda and Nell are too similar, to be honest. And I think sometimes that's usually what happens when like you're too similar with someone else. It's usually a recipe for disaster. You guys either love each other like crazy or you can't stand each other. And so I feel like Nell and Wanda have similarities, and I think that's why they really do not get on. So I am not going to be surprised. I would be tuned in to watch what Bajan says is the Clash of the Titans. I will be there, popcorn in one hand and a little bit of drink on the other hand, enjoying myself whilst I watch the mess. So yeah, it's definitely been a very, very I think it'll be interesting. We'll see We'll see what happens, really. D. Herford says, I think Carlos is desperate and would do anything to keep the show from being cancelled. I agree. And I have some empathy for him, and I'll say why. Not necessarily for him as such, but for the fact that he wants to keep the show from being cancelled. I just think about it like when I maybe start a project or something, even if it's not going well, like a business, for instance. Sometimes when I start a business, I'm working on a business, and even if you feel like, oh, it's not going well, you don't want to like throw in the towel. You want to figure out what can I do differently? How can I make sure the people are watching? Is there anything I need to switch up? That is what I would have loved to see, right? If Carlos can put that energy into giving us some really good content, switching things up, getting us some new couples who are not family, who are not in or have some sort of alliance with the Scots, who will just get in there and engage with the rest of the group, right? I feel like we may be able to salvage the show. But it just feels like they're still recycling the other people. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, what's next? Wanda is back now. Are we then going to have Arian Curry back? Is that oh, and I say back because I know there were references to her, but she was never on the show. But are we going to then have Arian Curry? What happens next? Are we going to have the alleged side chick of Marceau, who Arian had an interview with? Arian and Martell had an interview with. Like, where does it stop? Right? Because it's like if we start opening the floodgates and we start bringing in the mistresses, what happens next? Right? And so I just think it's one of those things where it's just a little bit tricky. But I definitely understand Carlos wanting to do anything to keep the show from being cancelled. I think if I had a project too, I would probably want to do anything I can, of course within reason, to make sure the show doesn't get cancelled. D says, yes, I celebrate Thanksgiving. My sister host dinner was amazing. I host Christmas. Oh, that is so lovely. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I feel like I need to get an invite to Thanksgiving one of these days. Somebody invite me over. I would travel to the US just for Thanksgiving because it just seems like you guys always have such a, like when I see the spread, the food, I'm seeing the mac and cheese. I'm just like, ooh, somebody needs to invite me for some good old Southern cooking or something. But anyway, I'll wait for one of y'all to invite me over to Thanksgiving. Bajan says Carlos Quinn thinks he's King Midas. He needs to concentrate on his shows and stop being in Bravo's business. Him and that dry show needs to go. Do you know what? You have such a huge point, Bajan. And I think I actually agree with you. I think that he has such critical eyes with Bravo. You know, he's able to be like, oh, this person is a star. This person is this. We enjoyed this person. So he can't be delusional to think that we enjoy his show and the content. So I think deep down he knows that the show isn't what it needs to be, but at the same time, I don't think he is humble enough to do what needs to be done. Right? So I feel like if he comes out and apologizes for the way he treated Mel and not protecting her, and then does a reshuffling of the cast, I think people will have more empathy for him, and I think people would watch the show and people will give him another chance. Um, People really want to support Carlos, I think, because the black producer doing big, in the community. So people really wanted to rally around Carlos. The problem is people saw how he treated Mel, um, and how it was complicit in certain things, and people just don't want no parts of it, and it's completely understandable. Um, so I just think yes, he needs to really focus on his shows, be honest about where they are, and how can you fix it? And also, I think he also needs to learn that not everything is drama. And I think that's the thing about Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? Not everything is drama. Drama would come out organically. Um, but it feels like drama is absolutely being pushed, which, yeah, it's not good. D says, I have no empathy for Carlos. This is a mess of his making. The show could have still been if he had the others share their reality. Mel and Martell did their part. Do you know what, D? You're right. You are absolutely right. This is a mess that he created. He nobody forced him. He did that all on his own. And I feel like he had the opportunity to fix things but refused to fix it. Because when Mel had that show where she went live and was she and on his live show rather, and she was honest about how she felt, that would have been a perfect opportunity for Carlos to have been like, "Do you know what? I hear you." That could have just been the perfect opportunity. I hear you, that is it, that is all. But he chose not to do that. So it's like, whose fault is that? That was his doing, right? So yeah, I'm with you on that as well, in terms of that's a mess of his making. Um, and I agree that Martell and Mel did their part. They were always very vulnerable. For all of Martell's mistakes, I won't say he was vulnerable fully, but he shared a whole lot more than others would have shared. And I say that because Martell would not have shared anything if Mel did not share stuff. So I feel like, yes, but altogether, I would say Mel and Martell did their part as well. But the rest, I think they just let the rest get away with not just existing, which should not be the case at all. If you're on a show, you have to show your real life. You have to also be like, even think about it, back then it was Mel that was always promoting the show. The rest were not actively promoting the show, which I thought was so weird. Because it's like, if it's your show and you're part of the show, why, you should want it to succeed. You should be going out of your way. You should be making sure. But it just felt like they were doing the barest minimum. So I'm not really surprised that, like, it has turned into what it now is, really. Badger says, no, don't celebrate it over here in England. Christmas is the celebration over here. Yes, absolutely. Get rid of Snooty 1.0 and 2.0. Oh, snots. Oh my gosh. Bajan with the reads, honey. Um, but yeah, I can definitely see that. I feel like if they got rid of both of them, I think that the show would be better. Or they can keep Tisha and Marceau, but get rid of Kimmy and what is his name? Maurice. Right? Because I feel like there's nothing extra that they bring to the show. Personally, I feel like Marceau is entertaining. He has enough of a personality to stay on the show. I just don't think that Kimmy and Maurice are bringing anything. We can already see from like the trailer that is going to be about this whole SCX business, and it's like, are we still talking about SCX? Like, can we give it a rest? Like, we're too grown for all of this. So yeah, I would say it is a little bit sort of concerning on that front, that is the only storyline we're going to get from them. So in that case, my advice would be like, just cut them off. Remove them. They can be friends of Tisha and Marceau. Come every now and then, get some new couples in, maybe get like two new couples, um let them be interesting people, live in Huntsville, may have lived in Huntsville for a few years. I just think that they can do better than they are currently doing right now. Like, for instance, the newest girl on Bell Collective, I can't remember what her name is, but she got in there and she was immediately immersed in the group. She was engaging with the group. And it was such a fun experience to just see her navigating the group. And I was just so like, I was so proud. I don't even know the lady, but I was so proud because it's like, how many times do you see somebody just come on the show and then just get in there and they are connecting with people? making making bonds and creating bonds with people. um and also they just get into the drama of the group, and they don't even seem like a completely new person. It's like, oh girl, you look like you've been here all these while, right? All this while, even though you have not been, right? So I just think it's just things like that that is missing from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So D said, I was a big Carlos supporter. It's not only the way he treated Mel, it's the way he treats women across all his shows. All have been cancelled except Love and Marriage Huntsville and Bell Collective. Ooh, that is also an interesting point. And I'm glad that you also said that you were a big Carlos supporter, because I think sometimes, like, people forget that yes, there were people that were supporting Carlos, and it's just because of his actions that people are now like no longer being as supportive of him. I will say, and now that you said about the way he treats women, I just remembered what Monique had to say. And Monique was like, he did that worse than the white men over there on Bravo did, right? And so when you think about it in that way, it's like, yo, what is going on? If you think about what was the show that he put Malaysia in with a bunch of girls, I can't remember what the show was, but I remember thinking the way the show was sort of portrayed, it would be around Malaysia, only for us to even barely see Malaysia. And that show was very much given ratchet. It's definitely, there is a pattern there, right? I think there is a pattern where you bring people on the show, you bring women on the show, treat them a certain way, and that trickles down. That trickles down to what we see on the show, or not protect them in situations where they should be protected. Um, and so I just think I'm not surprised that now he only has two shows left, and I'm quite surprised that, maybe he's pitching things in the background, because I would imagine that he would be pitching shows in the background. Because if I'm a producer and I only have two shows I'm a part of, I would be like scrambling trying to figure out what's next, especially if those two shows, well, I think Bell Collective is probably doing okay, but I don't think Love and Marriage Huntsville has the same level of support and people backing it as it did previously. So it's probably not doing as well as it should be doing. Um so, hey guys, I can see a few people just came in. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button as you come in. Please hit that like button. Don't be stingy with the likes. But seriously, though, I hope you guys have had a wonderful Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrated. Welcome to the live. We're currently just talking about Carlos and Love and Marriage Huntsville and where we are at today. Bajan says, was it last year when Mel did a live and I think Rasputia had peed Mel off and she told people to get the discount word? Use the use the word food truck to get discount off products. You know one thing that Mel knows how to do? She knows how to sell. She knows how to run a business, honey. Like, the way her discount codes are set up, most times our discount codes are a message, and I'm absolutely here for it. I love her discount codes. It's also a fun way to like connect with the audience as well. It's like with the fans. Um so yeah, absolutely. I am definitely there. There for that. What was the name of the man who was friends with the Snots and Popper? He was the one that tried to smooth things over with Popper and Marceau. Who is that? Is it Chris? Is that Chris? Is that Chris? Chris Fletcher? Passion, I'm not sure. Is that Chris Fletcher? I'm not sure. Let me know. Oh yes, and Bold and Bougie. Yes, that's the show. That was the show. The show was ratchet, honestly. It was ratchet. It started off in a way where it was kind of projected, or it was kind of, I can't even remember the word. It was kind of portrayed. Oh my gosh, was it portrayed that I was trying to remember? That's crazy. It was sort of portrayed like it was going to be around Malaysia and her friends. Next thing, we're not even seeing we're not seeing enough of Malaysia. We're seeing everybody else. And it's like, is this about Malaysia and surrounding Malaysia, or was this an opportunity for Malaysia to bring people on and that would now take her spots? Like, I don't understand. That show was definitely very confusing. I don't think it had enough of a strong story, not enough of a strong premise. Yeah, it was very, very weird. And I think if nothing has been done, right, I feel like OWN needs to think about the fact that Heart and Hustle Houston seems to have like gotten people interested. And I know, like, I was one of those people that would have loved more episodes of the show. And the show was generally very positive. And so it's just like there's no need for performance, for forcing drama. Most times, drama just naturally comes up anyway. So that's just the way I think about it. So the OWN and Kingdom Reign execs need to sit together and re-strategize, to be honest. Yes, I agree with you. I definitely think that they need to, because if they're thinking about quality and what they're putting out and the sort of engagement that I would think that as a production house you would want, then yeah, they really need to sit down, re-strategize, genuinely be honest, do a retro. Where did we go wrong? This this show was doing so well. Where did we go wrong? When did it happen? When did we notice a dip? What did we do differently? And if they can sit down and genuinely be honest about how the show has moved and how the show has shown how people have decided to desert the show, then maybe things will be completely, completely different. But I don't think they're ready to do that. I think they don't care. I think if Love and Marriage Huntsville with Wanda being back, if they get more views, I don't think that they would care. Now, I want to pose a question to you guys about Miss Wanda. What do you think about Miss Wanda being back on the show? Do you like it? Would you be watching? Um, or what do you think? What do you think about Miss Wanda being back on the show? Let me know in the chat. D says, yes, I enjoyed her on Hustle Houston. Absolutely. And that's the thing, right? There was barely any fights. It was more like sisterhood and, women going through what they were going through, supporting each other. There was a little bit of conflict, but you can see that it wasn't performative. It wasn't like someone was trying to be the HBIC. Everybody was just existing and, trying to have a good time, trying to get to know each other, trying to be as transparent. And with Heart and Hustle, you can see multiple people with personalities, multiple people with different stories, right? And I would be really excited to even see them explore some of the other stories. Like, let's get to know some of these girls a little bit more. Let's get to know Chloe a little bit more. Let's get to know, is it Elena? Let's get to know her a little bit more. Um, yeah, so I would love to get to know a little bit more of their stories, who they are, um, which I think we will get if they get another season. I hope they get another season because that would be one of the shows that I definitely want to watch. Um, so yeah. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see Wanda on the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Can I even say new season because technically it wasn't new. The show just resumed back from a break. Um, so yeah, let me know if y'all want to see Wanda. Um, I see I see a comment saying no. Okay. Short and simple. I guess some people don't want to see Wanda. Wanda is probably like, what did I do to y'all? Like, what is going on? But yeah, I feel like Wanda is just one of those people. You either love her or you hate her. That's just, there's almost like probably no in between, hot or cold, basically. As you can see from the comments as well, it was a mixture. Although it seems like quite a few people do like Wanda. So I guess it'll be interesting. I would be tuned in to see how people engage, to see if like more people seem to be like more interested in Love and Married Huntsville once Wanda gets back. Um, and also like I suspect it's not like they'll be putting Wanda in every episode anyway. So we'll have to see, what they do and how they bring her back on the show. Okay, guys, so the likes are not matching the amount of people in here. So please hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Today is Friday. I don't want to spend my Friday night begging y'all for some likes, okay? So yeah, please hit that like button, please, and thank you. Okay, so let me just make sure because I had a few bits, but I want to go through the Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff first before I guess into the other shenanigans. So this one right here that I'm about to show you, this one made me laugh. And so I'm just like, I can't be the only one enjoying this. So I was just like, let me bring this over here for the people so we can enjoy together. Let me share my screen because I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, let me read the final comment about Wanda and then I'll share my screen. Okay, so D says, I don't care for Wanda at all. She has said some of the most vile and disgusting things on her YouTube about Mel and her children. She does not deserve to be back, is what I am guessing you mean. Yeah, I definitely am with you. I agree with that. It's something I've said like over and over again on this channel that I do not like all of those things. Like for me, speaking about people's children, it's like, what are you really doing? And for the vile things that, yes, I agree was said about them, that's completely unacceptable. Um, I will say just to also balance it, she did also apologize. And I know some people are like, yeah, nah, it's not really it's a bit too late for G, but I'm just putting that out there, that she did apologize. For me, I don't really think she's going to bring anything special to the show that the show doesn't already have. I think the show itself is on its last leg, and like, it's just like, unless they bring completely new people, I don't really see what any of the current cast can really bring to it outside of Marceau, to be honest. I don't know if I want to see her. She seems exhausting. Yes, yes, yes. She's definitely like pretty full on. And but then I think I suspect, I'm not really sure how much they're going to show her. I think if they're only showing her interaction with like Tisha and them law, although I know I did see something where it looks like her and Nell were interacting negatively. So I guess in a way, we'll have to see what happens with her and Nell, but it's going to be heated. That much I know. So if you think you're going to be exhausted, I guarantee you will probably find that particular scene exhausting. Bajan says, oh, hope Rasputia has gotten elocution lessons. Mm-mm-mm. Honestly, I do not think so. And wasn't Tisha ever meant to get some of those, or am I wrong? Because I thought like maybe Tisha was saying that she was trying to get speech therapy of some sort. I don't know. I don't know if she ended up doing it, or maybe it's something that she did and was talking about it being part of the story. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I can't remember. But I know that I've heard. Oh, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Guys, I spilled my drink. When I say I spilled my drink all over, because I'm recording from my bed, yeah. I spilled my drink all over. Oh my god. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to use something to like just dry it for now whilst I talk to you. Oh my god, that is crazy. How did I manage this? Oof. I spilled it almost fully, Like I spilled almost the whole drink. Like I don't even know how I managed that. That is so unlike me. That is so weird. Yeah, luckily it's like light liquid and not like my protein shake. If it was my protein shake, it's all over, completely over. Now, one thing that did happen is my mouse is literally all on the floor. So give me a second. Let me get my mouse from the floor. Let me pick up my mouse off the floor first. I'll come back in a second. Wow. I guess Tisha is fighting back because I was talking about her speech therapy and all of a sudden I spilled Sprite everywhere. So Tisha is not happy, guys. Tisha is not happy with us. Bajan, you better be careful before you spill something. Tisha is not pleased with us. Okay, she is not happy with us. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I am back. At least I have a bit of Sprite left. Mm, okay. So Dee says, season 1 or 2, Tisha was getting speech therapy. Yes. Oh, I love that you remembered that. But yes. And the thing is, I literally just changed my sheets today as well, this evening. So I'm gonna have to do that again once I get off the call. Anyway, yeah, Tisha was getting speech therapy. That is true. I take it we don't think it worked. Do you think it worked? Because I have not seen a difference in the way in which she talks. I have not seen a difference, to be honest. So, but you lot let me know if you've seen a difference, but I have not seen a difference. Bajan says marriage. We all know who says marriage. You all keep coming for my marriage. Okay. But yeah. D says, oh no. Yes, girl, to my Sprite. R.I.P. Sprite. Oh no, Aranara, I know. It's like, how? But yeah. Sorry, Tisha. Tisha is not pleased with us. That's my only explanation for that. But anyway, this was what cracked me up. This really tickled me. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can laugh with me. I can't be the only one tickled by this. So look at that. Look at that for a second. Can you guys see it? It says, where are you sitting? Let us know. All new. Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Mm-mm-mm. So then it says, pick your table at the holiday party. Then table 1, you see Destiny. You see Twan. You see, what's this guy's name again? Oof, cannot remember his name for the life of me. Not Lennis? So can't remember his name. And then Will. But I know his Chris Fletcher's son and Chris and Nell's son, but I don't remember his name for some reason. What table are you lot sitting at? So the first table has Destiny, Twan, Lance. Yes, Lance and Will. Second table has Ken, Trisha's friend. I don't know her name. And I just saw D's comments. D is cracking me up. I've not even fully read it, but I'm like, nah, D is cracking me up. And then Marquez. And then table 3 is Kimmy, Tisha, Nell, and Wanda. And then table 4 is Maurice, Marceau, Martell, and Chris. So first of all, there's no way I'm sitting on table 4 because hell no, these people are just going to gaslight you the whole time. That's the liars table, in my opinion. She didn't complete it like everything else she does. Oh yeah, Tisha. Oh, I really think she should go back and complete it because I think it's always really good to like work on your speech. To be honest, even sometimes I'm just like, ooh, what skill can I pick up? So maybe I'll do some speech therapy as well. Um, Honestly, I'm always thinking of new skills, but I feel like I just need to stick to Spanish, and then maybe learn how to finally learn how to swim, and then I'll be all right. The queen of thick tongue, honey. Thick tongue. Mm-mm-mm. Dee says she is sitting outside. She ain't sitting with none of these people, honey. She is sitting outside. Okay. Where are the rest of y'all sitting? Are you going in? Are you staying outside? Are you guys like, would you, whose table would you be at and why? I want to hear from y'all. Which table would you be out? So we know D is not coming in. D is like, I would rather be outside eating my mashed potatoes, whatever it is I'm eating. I would be eating that food outside. Okay. But yeah, what do you guys think? Would you guys go in? Would you guys like what would you guys do? Let me know in the chat, please. What are you guys on? Eating, staying outside? Would you guys be with Destiny? Because then if you're a single woman, give Destiny some competition, honey. Like, how about you sit with Destiny? Because it's like, ooh, with Destiny, you have Will, you have Twan, you have Lance. You know Lance ain't good for nothing. Will, because he had his side baby. So I'm not, no chance of me even. Will, of course, has shown himself. Wasn't Will the one talking about you have one night to prove yourself? We don't know where Twan's mind is at. We don't know where Twan's mind is at. So I would say, yeah, probably like, yeah, maybe go over there, sit right next to Destiny, give Twan another option, honey. Give Destiny a little bit of competition. Okay. Bajan says work with. Didi says table one. Yeah. Give give Destiny a run for her money. Keep Destiny on her toes with Twan. Okay. So I would say, yeah, maybe maybe table one. Let's see. Table three would be a hell no for me. Hell to the no, 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 because there's no way I'm sitting. I don't want to hear nobody moaning. I don't want to hear nobody complaining, fighting. Like, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. So, no, I will not be sitting with. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be choosing table three if I'm looking for peace. Table two is just hella toxic, so no chance. There's no chance of me sitting on table two. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one because it's like Ken, if it's not Ken and Trish bickering, it'll be Ken and Marquez or Trish and Marquez. And it's like I ain't got that kind of energy, man. I don't have the energy for all of that. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do table two as well. I think table four is like, please, the clowns table. Yeah, nah, no chance. No chance I would be on table four because it's like, yo, what would they even be talking about? Laughing, maybe talking about women. He ha ha hen. So yes, it's gonna be enough for me. At the holiday party, I need peace. So I will not be sitting with the folks um doing all of that. I'm just trying to get in on this comment. So from season one, when she had the bid on the hotel, what happened to that? What happened to the girl that Marcel had working for him in his office? Kimi is supposed to be a nurse. Oh, tell me about it. So I suspect Tisha happened to the girl that was meant to be working for Marcel because I don't really see a world where Tisha would be okay with Marcel yeah, having a girl like that working for him. I'm just saying. So, yeah. I definitely don't see that happening. Yeah, Kimi was supposed to be a nurse. I think maybe she stopped being a nurse or she retired from nursing because I think there was stuff on the show about Maurice wanted them to go into business together and I think wanted them to be doing real estate together. Excuse me. So yeah. Tommy says table none. Yes. Absolutely. Pageant says, what sort of lawyer is Mr. Potato Head? Popper, the only thing that he can pass is wind because he can't even pass a builder's exam. What's going on with Black? Them lot are dry as the Sahara Desert. So now, I don't know if it's true, but I remember seeing, like, I was scrolling through YouTube and I remember seeing a content creator covering that Martell has finally passed the builder's test, allegedly. Now, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's clickbait. All I know is I didn't even click on the video to watch it because I was not interested. I didn't care either way. But I did see it being said on the title that Martell passed the builder's test. So I don't know if you guys, maybe you guys have watched the video. If someone has watched the video, just put it in the chat if that's what you heard. But yeah, apparently that was what happened. Um, but yeah, to be honest, like I don't really know what be happening with Black. Like, I think I see them do like certain events, but I don't know anyone that actually lives in Huntsville. So I can't really be like, oh, let me do that. I don't know anyone that lives in Huntsville, so I can't ask anyone to kind of check how Black is doing. I just assume that maybe they're doing okay, but I honestly don't know for sure. Bajan says, not me. I will be eating at home. And I do not blame you. You will not be missing anything. Not at all. The not come back group. The don't ever come back group, honey. Mm-mm. Never coming back group. Look what the comments is saying. So Letitia says 3 for sure, maybe next to 4. I'm not going. Okay. New table 5, who's sitting with me. I liked that because I'm like, yep, I don't even know you, but I'd rather sit with you. Someone says I'm gonna sit in the car with my plate and some music. That tickled me so much. Like I had to like that comment. I was just like, mm-hmm. And honestly, there's something about the music in the car, honey. Mm-mm-mm. Sometimes when I go out and then I come back home, I literally sit in the car to listen to a few songs and just listen to it on loud. And I'm like, oh, that is good. Before I then go back inside in the house. So yeah, I don't know what it is about like the speakers in the house, but it does something to me, honey, or in the car rather. It does something to me. Someone said 3 and 4. I want all the smoke. Another person said, first of all, Wanda needs to be at the table with Marceau. They are funny together. Someone said none. Someone says, I need to be near Miss Wanda. She's hilarious. Someone said, I'm good, love. Enjoy. Someone said, why Destiny gotta have all the fun? I know. That's why I said someone needs to go in there and interrupt Destiny. She can't have all the fun. Someone said, I'll stay home. I'll just stand up and eat my plate. Now, this is savage. I have to like this. She's like, I'm not even going to sit down. I may just stand up and eat that plate. Okay. Table 5, my final answer. Hashtag number 1. I will sit at the kids' table, not the kids. 4, however, jump into 3 to see what Miss Wanda is talking about. It says, I choose 5, the children's table. None of them. I'm going to Melody's home for Thanksgiving. Okay. Periods. None of those tables. Terrible choices. None of the above. Because Miss Wanda is going to have all the tea. We're sick of Trisha. Yes, we are. 3, because they're not about to gang up on Nell. Ooh, so she's going to save Miss Nell, honey. She is like, I'm stepping in. I'm protecting Miss Nell from these piranhas. Oh, that is funny to me. Honestly, when I was reading these comments, like I was just having a time of my life reading them. And that's why maybe I've laughed all the laugh that I have to laugh, but Yeah, it was just funny to me, honestly. Um, okay, so let's move on. Let's see if there's any other interesting ones. So I said, Harper, who are all these people? Let me see who this is. Maybe she really doesn't know the show. Maybe she really doesn't know the show. So people say neither. Number one, I'm going to stand up and eat. I'm sitting wherever Kimmy is. At least Kimmy has one fan. Table four, because those men always have drama. I'm staying home. Bring my plate to the car because I ain't getting out. Okay. Mel and Stormy's table. I'm not coming. I'm skipping the party this year. Okay. See all of these comments. Bajan, you just sent me a message, didn't you? Is this something I can read on live, or because I don't want to open our chat if it's something you send me that's personal? Let me know before I go into the image. Just check another CC a week ago has said he has passed the builder's license. She's showing information about it. Yes, exactly. Because I just saw like a title, like a headline about it, but I just couldn't be asked to like cover that. I don't know, sometimes I see some headlines and I'm just like, I do not care. And I'm just like, I don't even know if the people would care, for me to make a whole story about it. So sometimes I'm just like, yeah, nah, can't be asked. So that was one of those ones where I was just like, yeah, can't be asked. So yeah. But yeah, Bajan, let me know if that's something that if I can open our DMs or if it's something personal. Um, is this something you want me to show on the live today? If it is, just maybe just let me know in the chat and then I can go in and check it comfortably. Okay, so she just sent it. Okay, let us see. So that means she's okay with me checking. Oh, Brayling sent me something. Sorry, I missed it, Brayling. I will have a look. Aha, yeah. So you see, Martell finally passed builder's license test. Exactly. Oh, I didn't even see this badge on. You said Wendy. Looks like Wendy's going down fighting. Oh. Ah, I did not respond to this, did I? Sorry, hun. I missed this. Uh, oh, 9 days ago. I'm so sorry. I need to set my notifications on because sometimes I don't be getting notifications. So sorry. I'll have a look at these things, but yeah, sorry. I missed your previous messages. Um, I am worst with DMs, man, but I will do better. Especially like you're out here sending me the tea and I'm not even checking my DM. That is outrageous. Definitely not good. Um okay. Oh, I can't seem to I just clicked on it. How did I lose it again? Let me try that again. Oh, it's because I keep clicking on Bravo Shade Room as opposed to the post, isn't it? Yes. Okay, that could be one of the things tonight. Thank you for sharing this with me. Oh, you sent that earlier today. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm still gonna set my notifications though, because I did not even see it at all. So yeah, I will set my notifications on because I think that is so weird that I didn't get it. Okay, so the Ucephos are fighting back. In the words of Basham, honey, they are fighting back. So it looks like now, just to give you some context, you guys remember we were talking about a couple of days ago, we're talking about like all of the aliases that came out about Wendy and her husband using. So it sounds like they're now trying to make it clear that it ain't what we think it is. So I'm just going to read it real quick. It says at the outset, police failed to properly investigate the initial burglary despite clear indications of a break in. I'm very, very concerned, actually. And the reason why I'm so concerned is like they keep saying there is no sign of a break in, and all these different things that keep coming out it's really it's really giving extremely suspicious. And so for me, I'm very concerned that she's literally like but I don't know who it is, but they are literally making this joint statement saying that at the outset, police failed to properly investigate the initial burglary. Because if they do get found guilty, it's not going to do well for their sentencing to have been saying all these different things in the streets. I would have just kept it quiet. But it sounds like their legal team is saying this. Like, is this one of the things? Is this one of the points where the legal team told them to say nothing and they ignored? And then Wendy and what's his name again? Eddie. Wendy and Eddie decided that they were going to do the opposite and wanted to say something, and so they gave the lawyers instruction to say something. Like, I wonder if that's the case, but that is so weird to me. But I'm gonna read it. Displaying clear bias against the Osefo family, the Osefos heard nothing but silence from the police for over 18 months. Despite complete cooperation and requests for updates, it's common knowledge that other Real Housewives cast members have also been victimized after documenting their travel on social media, yet none faced this level of scrutiny or criminal charges. We believe it is deeply unjust for the Sheriff's Office and the Office of the State Attorney for Carroll County to publicly expose confidential financial information about Eddie and Wendy. What is most disturbing is that the state appears to have begun investigation only after charging the Osefos, which is a highly irregular approach that raises serious concerns about motive and fairness. The public release of the family's private financial details serves no lawful purpose and only invites conclusory opinions about a case the state is obviously still investigating. Okay. Now, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Wendy and Eddie are innocent? What do you lot think, honey? Do you think this is just all a big misunderstanding? Do you guys think this is all a big misunderstanding and it will get fixed? Or do you guys think someone is going to jail? I hope nobody's going to jail, but it really is not looking good. Like 40 aliases. Yeah, it's not looking good. D says, I'm 10 toes down, Dr. Wendy and Eddie. I don't care if they did it or not. Sorry, not sorry. Oh my gosh. D is like, I'm standing with them. I am loyal. Okay. She is definitely loyal regardless. Um 1 second, guys. I hope I didn't share that. Okay, I didn't because I was looking on WhatsApp. Right. Okay. Yeah. I honestly, like, I feel like, honestly, the more stuff comes out, the more it feels like they're guilty of something. That's what it comes across as. But at the same time, I think about those children, and I really don't want them to have to grow up without their parents, to be completely honest. And so I feel like that's where, even though I'm like, oh, if they did it, that's not right and stuff, that's like I have more empathy for them because I'm like, oh, the children, the family, like the implications of all of this. And nothing I hate more than like when someone has been doing, in quotation marks, they've been doing well all their lives or doing well for a significant amount of time. And then it feels like one day they made such series of bad decisions that then brought them to where they are at. So yeah, I feel like I have a little bit of empathy for them, or a lot of empathy for them. But the other thing I don't like is the fact that they are Nigerians. And I feel like it's bad enough that Nigerians get bad name, like bad rep, bad names. And then it's like, why then be, jump in and then become that stereotypical view that they have of Nigerians. Yeah, it's not good. And I've seen a lot of people like in different comments being like, oh, Nigerian scammer, Nigerian this, Nigerian that. And I'm just like, oh, how did we get in it, for goodness sakes? But yeah. Badger says I'm rooting for love her on Real Housewives of Potomac this season. Yes, I'm definitely rooting for her and the fam. I agree with you. I definitely love her this season. I think she is bringing in really good energy. I think Stacey's as well. I would say my favorites this season would be Tia, um, Stacey, and Wendy. Those would be like, oh, and Giselle as well, actually. So yeah, I would say this is the case. Yeah, Nigerians do get and have bad pressure. Absolutely. Massive, massive. And sometimes like it trickles down also into like workplace as well, being treated differently, or not getting opportunities because people feel like, oh, are you going to come and be a Nigerian scammer? So like stuff like that as well. So it's just like it's really sad when I feel like people play into those like stereotypical views that people have of Nigerians. But yeah. Wendy has definitely hit her stride this season. She definitely has. She definitely has. She has been um she's been doing so well. I think that she seemed very light, right, this season, and I think that it's really worked for her. And I think that the team up between her and Stacey, chef's kiss. I think Stacey brings a fun, lighthearted side out of Wendy, which I really, really like, and they bounce off each other quite well. And so yeah, I'm definitely here for her this season. D does not like Tia. Okay. D is like, Tia isn't up. Jeezy is a mean girl, in my opinion. Well, you're not wrong. um, I think, well, I disagree with you about Tia being an op. But I think Jeezy, yes, she is a mean girl. Um, but I do think this season she seemed really likable. So I don't know if the others have been so bad that Giselle then is now coming across as being so nice. Because you know how sometimes when everybody is so crap and shitty, you just find that the less shitty person starts to all of a sudden look like an angel. And I wonder if that's what it is with Giselle this season. Also, bear in mind that I have never watched the historic seasons of Giselle. So, of Real Housewives of Potomac, so I've not seen the historic Giselle. So maybe once I start watching the earlier seasons of Potomac, I would hate Giselle. So who knows? So it could be that. Now, Giselle's a bitch again, saying that Stacey shouldn't be around kids or husband. I wouldn't have my man around her. Ooh, did she say that? I completely missed that. Was that like a recap or like a sneak peek that came out? Because I completely missed that. Yeah, Bashan, let us know where you heard that from, because I completely missed that. Okay, well, I love that we're all rooting for Wendy because I think that's very, very important. Okay, so since we're on Potomac, let me play some Potomac news. So Candice shared her 2 cents about Mia. Why isn't it working? I thought it would let me just jump through. D says, I think Bravo gave Jeezy a talking to. She was really lying and accusing the other women's husbands. That's just so horrible. That is so horrible. Nothing I hate more than lying. And to be honest, that's like my big qualms with Stacey. So yeah, if Giselle was out here lying, that's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting behavior. So yeah. This is what I mean, like when I say once I suspect once I start watching back the previous seasons, I'm going to have this energy that y'all have for Giselle. because I'll be seeing her from that lens. But I think I only started watching the season last season. I think probably last season and this season, and then the rest were like just clips. So I think yeah. Last season was the only time Giselle didn't get dragged at the reunion. Every year she gets dragged. Monique was the best. Maybe that's why she's trying to be cool, calm, and collected with Monique, because she's like, I do not want Monique to come and get me this reunion. So maybe that's what it was. Because I thought her and Monique seemed to like be cool this time around, which is like, even though I didn't watch the previous seasons, I'd heard about the Binder reunion and I'd seen clips about that. So I wasn't expecting Giselle to come cool, calm, and collected, and for both of them to be on the same level. So yeah, interesting though. D says Stacey's lies are lighthearted and about herself. She doesn't lie on others for now. For now. But yeah, I agree with you. So far, her lies are generally lighthearted and about herself. But I personally am one of those people. I don't really particularly like liars. So yeah. But I do see the entertaining value that she brings on the show, and I do enjoy the funny, quirky personality. I just wish she didn't lie so much. But yeah, she doesn't lie on others. But that's the thing also. Sometimes that's how it starts. Next thing you start lying on other people. I'll say for now she don't be lying on other people, but we'll have to see what happens if she continues to lie. My concern also is I hope that Stacey does not become a Mia, because people were loving Mia when she came and was lying left, right, and center until the point where she lied so much and people just got fed up of it. So I'm just like, let's not, let's just hope she doesn't get to the point where the lies become unhinged. Okay, so let me play this.
When you heard another one of your coworkers was arrested and caught a felony charge?
I would really, truly, I fell to my knees and said, Lord, whatever is in the water around the Potomac streets, please protect me from it. Build a wall of angels around me. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, do I need to like go check and make sure I'm not going to go to jail for anything? It's just, I've seen it a few times, people talking about the Potomac to prison pipeline, and it's,
oh my God, not the Potomac to the prison. Absolutely terrible.
It's not funny, but it's also like, what is in the water in Potomac? And it's not to say that there aren't other Housewives franchises that have pipelines to prison and have battled with the law and have legal.
It's the fact that she's saying this pipeline to prison with a straight face, like not the pipeline to prison.
Issues. But in such a short span of, I think it's something like 20 months time, we've had now our third sister be dealing with the clinker and the prospect of the clinker. And it's scary. I'm scared. It's like, when they say that, when they talk about when good fortune is happening, that means that God is in the neighborhood. Does this mean that the devil is afoot? I don't like it. Like, I don't want to be in these conversations. But I will say this. I texted Mia and she hasn't responded. Well, I didn't have her right number, so I had to get her number from somebody. And I texted her and I said, and I meant this, I hope you're okay. I hate seeing this.
Fair enough. I think that is a very immature way to really be like, because to be honest, no matter what happens with me and anyone, if anyone that I know, if I ever saw something about anyone that I know, except somebody that was done in for, SEX offenses, and luckily I don't even have that person's contacts. Hallelujah, never did. But yeah, so I would be checking up on people to be like, are you okay if I saw that they were in the clinker? Unless it's for something like that, something of that gravity, then no.
I do, because I hate seeing any Black woman publicly flogged in this way. But when you know someone, when you've worked with someone, and when you kind of like build some sort of rapport / friendship with someone. Me and I are cool. Like me and I have laughed on social media together. We had a texting relationship at some point, and I care about her. I'm worried for her. I'm worried for her children. I watched the video. It made me sad because she seemed sad.
Yeah, she did seem sad. And also, don't forget, we saw a picture that was going around that looks like Mia in front of a motel, and it's like, what would somebody like Mia be doing in a motel for her birthday? So, yeah, it definitely is not looking good.
I don't know. It seemed like she might have been crying, but she just seemed melancholy and just like, damn, what is happening? But also, people were saying, well, she was just laughing at the Ocephos and the plight of the Ocephos a few weeks ago. And I watched the video. She wasn't quite laughing at them. She was sort of laughing at how crazy it was from what I saw. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is why I try to refrain as a whole from commenting on other people's plight.
Where were you when you heard another one of your coworkers?
Yeah, I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh, honestly, it's a very, very sad situation. And I don't know if they're being like targeted or anything, but what else? I do not know. Everybody stay safe. D says, I never loved Mia. Yeah, I never did either. So I never really got the appeal. So just didn't get it at all. Oh, it's a sneak peek. You're gonna send it to me. Okay, you've sent it. Let me go have a look. Oh, sneak peek. We get a sneak peek. Okay. Imagine with the receipts, honey. Thank you so much. Okay, I love to fast forward a video. If I do nothing else, I will make sure I fast forward the video. I think 1.5 is probably enough for you guys. You guys, normally when I watch videos on 2x. But I know you guys probably will think this girl is crazy. So yeah, no. I'll watch it on 1.5 for you guys. But yeah. Okay. So I'll put it on 1.5.
Here we go.
Okay, let me make it less fast because I think you guys might find it fast. Especially if you don't naturally do that at home.
This is you. Act a fool. Ooh, and that's a great mechanism.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me do full screen. If Wendy does nothing else, Wendy would be out here laughing. Wendy can laugh for no reason. She's like,
Of course I don't believe her.
So nobody believes Stacey. Let me put this up to you guys in the chat. Do you guys believe Stacey? Do you guys think Stacey is innocent? Let us know what y'all think. Let me read some comments in the meantime. Served her right. She was out of the press on Wendy. Plus, she chuckled drink on Wendy. She could have waited for a minute to call her if that was me. She was lying on husbands. That's why Stacey's husband is afraid to meet all the women. Yeah, wow. Yeah, if you're relying on husbands, it's like, what are you doing? That's just excessive. Now you're taking things too far. And I'm surprised they even let her stay on the show after that. As for Ashy, she needs one pop in her mouth. Don't know what Champagne Charlie is doing back with her ill-fitting wig. Yeah, the wig ain't right. The wig is not right. They need to go naked, honey. Go naked, baby. D says, yes, I believe her. Okay, let's keep watching. Anyone else? Do you guys believe Stacey or do you guys believe what Cookie said? What Giselle will do is carry a bone. Giselle will carry the bone, honey. She will carry it straight up. D says the gang up on Stacey is crazy and too much. They're only making allies for her. Yes, I definitely agree. I think you can tell because the thing is, the fact that like everybody heard Chris on the phone and then still proceed to be like, yeah, I don't trust Stacey. Now, let me be honest. I particularly don't know whether or not she's telling the truth. I have to watch the whole clip and see what question he was asked, how he responded to that, because you know how they edit stuff. So I need to watch the full thing before I can decide. But the fact that nobody's even being like, no, I believe Stacey, that shows that it seems like there is a gang up. And we know how these reality TV shows work, where they have a storyline for somebody and then they make a lot of the cast start doing stuff, and it's almost like the cast knows the angle the producers want and they're just out here performing. So sometimes that's what it looks like. Girl, Giselle was like, does she even know what a Mercury in nature is?
Like that? Make that make sense.
Wendy is having a ball. Wendy's like that? Like, okay.
Angel, you got smoke for Wendy?
This is why it's so sad that Wendy is going through what she's going through, because I feel like for the first time on the show, I feel like Wendy is properly shining in this season. She is literally having the best season of that she's ever had on Potomac, in my opinion. Now, this is also qualified as someone who has not fully watched everything, but I feel like she's definitely having one of her best seasons yet. And to now be potentially maybe locked up,
I don't treat
she said, you don't treat me right. Like, babe, I'm not your husband. I do not have to treat you right. What is that about, Angel? Mm-mm.
you right. No, you don't. You're dismissive and snide, like you're being right now.
It's like, you're dismissive and snide, like you're being right now. Like, what has she been right now? Like, she hasn't even had the opportunity. She's just asking a clarifying point. Look at Kay over here shaking her head so much. It's like, girl, please. This is how you know like they have discussed Wendy very much, because Kay is over there shaking and nodding with so much intensity. Like, girl, please. Why did Stacey's makeup needs to be in timeout? Because they're having her looking like a ghost. Look at her face. She looks washed up. Like, it's like, how do you look yellower than freaking Angel right next to you? Like, who did this to you? Not cool. Because I'm looking at the other girls under the light. And, I know people will be like, oh, maybe a light issue. It's not, because look at the other girls under the light. They don't look washed out. Stacey looks washed out. So they definitely did not get the complexion of the makeup. Now, I know it's probably not her. It's probably the makeup artist. But that's why I said who did her makeup needs to be in a timeout. But that's the thing with makeup is sometimes you have a bad day, but at least get the foundation right. You two, you have mouth. You have a mouth. Speak up. You have a mouth. If she didn't say hi, you say hi. And if she doesn't say hi and you don't say hi, then I guess we know we don't want to say hi. And that's okay too. It's like, seriously, what are we doing, people?
We addressed that you felt like the whole catfish comment came from you. Did you originate the catfish?
It's like, please. Wendy did not say the catfish comment. Giselle did. So I just think she's obsessed with Wendy. She probably hated Wendy from school. And she has not dealt with those feelings that she has towards Wendy. And it's just like every single time they keep coming, that they have been spending so much time talking. Kay said, no, Wendy said it. Like, no, it was not Wendy. It was Giselle. Did you both put like wool in your ears or something? Like, what is going on? But that just shows like they really do not like Wendy. They have been discussing Wendy. They have been just trying whatever scheme they can cook up to not like Wendy. And it's like, leave that woman alone. Like, so weird. Ooh, Wendy ate her up. This is another example of you falling flat. And I agree 100%. Angel has been falling flat since the day she stepped foot on the show. Day one, right flat, all the way flat. Bajan said, was it Cookie Monster that popped K that season? Honestly, I don't know because I wasn't watching the season at the time, but I heard about it and I didn't know who popped her. So if you all know who popped K that season, please put it in the chat for Bajan. Bajan needs it for research purposes. I hope it's brought up at the reunion that Griselle said it. Grisella. Yep. It has to be, because there's no way they're going to let Angel not be held accountable. I'm not even sure if Angel is going to come to the reunion. But she better come to the reunion because she needs to be held accountable. And they better hold her accountable. And she better not cry, because I don't want to see no tears from her. I would be so angry if I see her cry, because I'll just be like, this is just yet another thing that you do for attention.
I'm weird. I'm done. I'm done.
Now she's like, she's done. Girl, you should have been done with this a whole long time ago. Oh, Stacey really lost the husband read. And my son needs to remind her, like, she just got a divorce recently, honey. Pipe down. But this makeup is not looking good on Stacey at all. Like, I can't be the only one that thinks this makeup is crazy. This makeup looks crazy to me, honey.
Okay, and I don't want that. Cloudy in a mother. Is it?
Oh, please, I need to get that back, but I'm gonna need captions for that.
And a ring. Okay. You don't. Okay, and I don't want that. Cloudy in a mother.
Ooh! Kay said it's cloudier than an MF. Is it?
Is it? Oh, really? Well, that is probably cloudy.
It's probably cloudy compared to nothing. Ooh, okay, Stacey with a comeback. 1-1.
Compared to nothing. Go run after Greg. Go back.
Oh, not go run after Greg. Okay, Stacey. Stacey got some good reads in there. Go back to the man you paid. Oh my gosh. This is the thing, right? This, hey, did you pay TJ? That was unnecessary. Yeah. Ooh, I know a tight ass. Wow. Okay. I am ready for that episode. I am definitely ready for that episode because I want to see what happened. But it wasn't the cookie that's on the show now. It was Ashley's friend and it happened off screen. Oh, I see. Interesting. Thank you. I couldn't remember. Yep. Kate is coming like Shamina. Yep, she is. She's definitely giving Shamina's twin because the way she has been moving is moving the way Shamina would be moving. 110%. It's so embarrassing. Like, I don't think I've ever been so embarrassed for anyone before in my life. The way I was embarrassed for Shamia. And now I feel like I'm embarrassed for Angel. It's like Angel is just moving mad. Then Kay. It's like those three, that trio? Trio? I think is what it's called. Trio? Yeah. That trio? Time out. Team doing too much. Always. Now, in the interest of Thanksgiving, look who we saw. Portia has a new boo. Imagine is laughing at me. Oh, not me getting caught out. Trio. Like, what the hell? Portia has a new boo. What y'all think about Portia's new boo? She has clear skin. This looks like veneers. She has clear skin. Teeth look good. She definitely went to a good person if those are veneers, because you know how a lot of these people with the veneers, they be looking so massive and taking over their face. This one is a really good size. So whoever did that did a good job. So I would say skin is on point. Portia is like, girl, we've seen you with so many people. It's hard to be like, oh my God, we're so happy for you. Because it's like, we saw you with Simon, you look so happy. Then we saw you with Dennis, you look so happy. And now we're seeing you with this lady and you look happy. So it's like, girl, we don't know if you're happy or not. Because it's like you're always looking happy with whoever you are with. And you know, if I'm not mistaken, you looked happy with Simon. You were giving also the Nigerian vibes. And then eventually you're talking about him being a narcissist, isn't it? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard, but yeah. Pageant says no, laughing because you can't wait to watch the episode. Honestly, I can't wait to watch the episode because I need to see who won because Kay got some good reads in there. Stacey got some good reads in there. It's like when I thought Kay got one, Stacey was like, nope, I'm bouncing that back. And so I cannot wait to watch that. Dee says Stacey is clever and witty. Wendy is probably the only other person on the show that is as well until Karen comes back. Yes, funny enough, I've never really seen Wendy like read anybody, so I don't know what she's capable of in terms of reads. I know she does get Angel bothered, but she didn't even have to do much. You don't have to do much to get Angel like unhinged or bothered, right? So I haven't really seen Wendy really read like that. I heard about Candice. Apparently, Candice was reading the girls. I also heard that Monique was good at reading the girls. But yeah, I definitely don't know about the Wendy one. Stacey one, I'm sure. Yep, I'm leaning towards that as well because it seems like everything Kay said, Stacey had a comeback and it landed. I would be so embarrassed for Kay, to be honest, because it's so obvious that Kay thought that this season she needed to come with so much energy and she had to start fights and all of that. And so I feel like, yeah, she's doing too much when it should be coming across more organically. Remember when they were all down on Drew when they said she was seeing that woman? Yes, I remember. Yeah, I wonder how they're going to be with Portia. I'm sure they'll be cool with Portia. Because if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Bajan, because I'm not sure, I can't remember. Was it because Drew was also still with her husband and she was lying about it? I do not know. Clever and witty women never have to do too much. I agree with that. Like, it's like it comes naturally. They don't have to think about it. They're just like bouncing off. You bring that energy to them, they respond. That is it. That is all. They're so unbothered. It's not requiring too much energy to respond. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Bajan says won't be surprised if Portia is going to be heading to the dungeons. I think she will be welcomed because, as far as I know, Candy is single now. So Candy may welcome fake Portia. Who knows? Who knows? Although I guess people have been alleging on the streets as to what the relationship between Candy and Fatum and Todd is. So, but we don't know what the truth is. None of them have talked about it. But knowing Candy, it's only a matter of time when she heals from it. We'll probably get a bit of a scoop. So we'll have to wait and see. Badger says Candice could read. Yeah, I cannot wait to hear Candice read the girls when I go back and watch the previous seasons. What I also heard was like apparently Candice's reads were too far. I don't know if that's true, but I think I remember I would read comments where people would say, "Oh, Candice is taking it too far and she's doing too much and stuff." But I don't know if you guys also felt that way. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. This person's meme is funny to me. She just be doing stuff. Honestly, I feel like Portia will do anything for attention. Hey, this is her baby daddy's sister or something. Same last name. Love you, Portia, and whatever phase this is, auntie. Yeah. I guess Portia is just like, we move. These ladies can all date and still wouldn't flinch because it's only a matter of time with these housewives. The audience was so angry. They never see Ashley Darby with the woman because she says she's bi. But some of y'all mad that Portia is actually sharing the woman she's dating. You can't please anyone nowadays. She better hide her money. Does she have money? Oh, cha-ching. To be fair, I don't see Portia dating a broke woman, or a broke person, so I'm not surprised. I think I may be wrong, but I think Candy and Todd set up Drew Oh, I see. Interesting. To be fair, Drew is the mom. Well, Drew's mom is a pastor, if I'm not mistaken. So I can definitely understand her not wanting to openly admit to her situation with Ty. Candice did go too far sometimes, and I was never a fan. But when Jeezy came for her marriage for 2 seasons and lied on her husband, I had her back. Wow. Yeah. Lying on somebody's husband, lying on anybody is crazy work. Like, Giselle should have been booted off for that, especially when they found out that it was a lie. She should have been booted off because there's there's some lies that can change the trajectory of someone's life, right? Imagine you lie on somebody, they end up in prison. Like, those are the kind of like serious lies, right? And so if you're lying that someone has done something with you or whatever, or someone had a certain attitude towards you and that was not the truth, that is ruining their reputation. That is serious allegations. She called Ashley a bad wench. Ooh. Well, to be honest, a bed wench, not a bed wench. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, now I can definitely. Ashy. Ashy has been through it. People do not like her. To be honest, at this point I feel like she knows that she is the villain and she is sitting in it because let's be honest, everyone, I don't see any, I've never actually encountered anyone that is like, oh my god, I love Ashley. Never, never, ever. So I suspect that Ashley knows that, she is not loved by the people, but I don't think she cares. She's just like, let me get my check, as long as the check clears however, frequent they pray, they pl- they pay. Jeez. Ashley, is that you? You see? Ashley is like, no, come for me and I will tie your tongue. Okay? But no, I'm fighting back, Ashley. I'm going to say what I want to say. Oh. That being said, it's also reminding me that I got to go to bed soon. But I'm going to play a few more bits before I go to bed. Say she still looks at Doctor. Yeah. Yeah, I did put that in the title, so I think the least I can do is play that one. But before I do that, let me give you all a throwback. I think it's only right. Let's enjoy the scene when Real Housewives used to be Real Housewives. Just read the last comment on Potomac before I move on. Ashley needs to go. She's Giselle's new Robin. When she goes, she can take Kate and Angel with her. Please get Angel and Kate out of there straight away. I think because I cannot stand Kate and Angel, like, when I think about somebody leaving or people leaving, I'm just like, that duo needs to go ASAP.
Elephant in the room, Nene's party. Portia wasn't invited. And honestly, I think that some of the stuff that you guys have talked about is stupid and petty.
Girl, I am not doing this at this moment.
Nene is definitely iconic. I will say that. Because when I go back and watch all these random clips, I'm always so entertained. And I feel like all the girls were working, honey. Like, they were definitely working.
I want to say this before you go any further. Please do not keep calling Nene, because the last time I saw Portia said to me, the door is closed.
Is the fact that Nene closed her eyes to say it. Portia said to me, the door is closed. Oh, not the door being closed. And then Nene, and then Portia is looking like, who said that?
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, she's like, that's true.
I want to know why you are angry with me. I want to know what it is going on with our relationship.
I'm angry with you.
This guy, like, this is like, she's like, I'm angry with you.
I felt like that. Yes, I
Really?
did. That's what I had. Yeah.
It seems like you're more angry with me.
I showed you that
Ooh, it seems like you're more angry with me. Okay.
I was upset about what you said on the show.
And I shouldn't be upset.
Yeah, I don't think upset is anger, Kenya. There's sometimes where I feel upset, but I don't feel angry. Like, For me, I feel like anger is like rah. Upset is just like, oh, I'm so disappointed that you could do this, right?
About the things you said on
You
your show.
are upset.
No, I'm not upset. You are upset.
So now they're going back and forth about, I'm not upset. No, you are upset. No, I'm not upset. No, you're like, honestly, Real Housewives of Atlanta used to be fun, honey. It used to be fun.
You were angry.
No, so you are angry.
No, where you were angry.
You're the one that's in anger management.
But you need to be.
Ooh, that I'm afraid Portia ate on that one. Portia said, you're the one that needs to be. Okay.
No, you need to be.
Candy was like, whoa. That's the thing. Nothing I love more than seeing people's expression real time and seeing that, like, that's how they felt when they first heard that. It's always fun.
No, you need to
No,
be.
you were trying to say is that I was taking food off of your plate.
And you were.
Freaking fraud.
Well, you were. Portia did not lie on this one. You were.
Those are the two that I would get rid of right away, honey. They're declassing the show. No, you took food off of Phaedra's plate.
You were trying to.
Oh, then she took it there. And guess what Portia's gonna say?
She's the only one that's not here.
Well, I don't have nothing to do with that.
Well, you don't.
We are all responsible for our actions.
Oh, we are.
No, Portia saying we're all responsible for our actions. It's like, honey, have you been responsible for your one, honey? Mm-mm.
Yes, we are.
If we're going to talk about our actions, then.
I know Portia didn't just say we all need to be accountable.
Let me put my piece of head down.
Now you're going to bring it around to Phaedra. We're not even talking about
we are going to bring it around. If you're going to try to
me and you. You said that you brought.
Cynthia is looking like, I am trying to process what is going on. Who do I even look at?
I mean, here. So you take.
Like, look at her eyes just moving around like,
Yeah.
No. I didn't bring your ass here. I helped you to stay here. Remember, this is the same girl who got into a fight with Keirna, and I was at her side.
You're a slut from the 90s.
I can't like, that was a good read. You're a slut from the 90s. Like,
And you sitting up here trying to act like you have dumb hoe. Shut up.
Cynthia almost caught a freaking she almost caught a pop in the mouth, honey.
Portia,
Look at me. Don't do it. You hear me?
see, you ain't supposed to forget things like that now.
Okay, well,
I helped you to stay
So
here.
you want to build.
Not Marlo. Marlo is me, honey. The way I'm looking at that knot on her head, like, honey, let me help you. When Ashley took the Mickey out of Wendy, she done it to get validation from Grizzle. Absolutely. I think Ashley wants to be Robin so bad. She keeps talking about, oh, Giselle has been there for me. A fan at BravoCon said, name one time. She couldn't come up with one example. She couldn't. Bajan says, Nini's ill-fitting top notes. I know, right? Like, that thing was literally about to fall off her head.
You want to tear them down. You want to build me up and tear me down. The very person that helped your
That's
ass,
what you just did.
Okay?
That's what you just did on
That's
national
what you
television.
just did.
No,
Okay?
I did
you
not.
sit your
You
ass up
did.
at this nation and talk that bullshit.
What bullshit
And you think
have I
nobody
said
gonna
about
come
you?
for you.
And what did I say?
Listen,
And what did I
here's
say?
the deal.
And
You
what
talk
did I say?
every day.
It's funny how they're both going back and forth. You can definitely see that you can see the energy between them. But it's funny because they're always like big sis and little sis. So it'll be interesting to see if Nini ever comes back on the show, what would their dynamic be? Because I know they're beefing right now.
On your job,
What did
okay?
I say?
Plenty of things. You don't forget?
Yes.
You don't forget? Roll your tapes
What did I
back.
say?
Roll your tapes.
I can't lie. The bit that I feel like entertains me is the fact that Nini is so bothered and pissed. And then Portia is just like, what did I say? What did I say? It's like, Portia, girl, Portia is so calm for somebody who is so quick to like lose it. Portia is just like, I know Nini ain't the one. D says, I love my Portia and my Nini. I do too. I love them both.
What did I say?
Roll them back.
What did I say?
Roll them back.
What did I say?
Roll them back.
Well, the thing that surprised me is the way
Bravo was like, don't worry, I got something for you. I'ma roll it back. But yeah, definitely. Kenya did deserve that from Portia. Yeah, to be honest. Like, as much as I feel like violence is not okay and stuff, if you're putting something in my face, I take that as you have attacked me. You're putting something in my face like you want to put it in my face and stuff my face with it. Yeah, nah, it's on. So I definitely understood Portia in that moment. It's so annoying. I would have slapped it off her hand as well. Probably. So, but yeah. Let me look to see if I missed anything I was going to talk. Yes, I was going to talk about Ray J. Let me just make sure I've talked about the stuff that I actually. Okay, so I needed to talk about Heavenly and Ray J. Okay, let's talk about Ray J real quick. Ray J is a problematic man. Let me just go into the chat and let me just go into the chat and get the Ray J stuff. Where is it? I thought I had it. I do. Found it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard about this whole Ray J business. Ray J was on live and Ray J decided to pull a pow pow on his wife, Princess Love, and the children were there as well, right? So that's just absolutely bananas. And he was also on live stream as well. You can't make it up. So this man ended up getting arrested. And it's just like now we're listening to him talk. Legend says, just put Ray J in jail. He's an entitled brat. Yes, completely agree. An entitled brat. Like, I'm so glad I'm not related to him. I'll be so embarrassed.
I'm not gonna let the story go to where it don't supposed to go. You in my house. We having an argument. Alright? We grown-ups. If you wanna leave, leave. The kids is upstairs sleeping in my bed. You wanna go upstairs and take the kids, wake them up into this grown-up argument which shouldn't have happened. Instead of letting them sleep, you wanna snatch her and take her with you. Then you got a dude coming in my bedroom where my kids is asleep and they're trying to get in my bed and take my kids because all of y'all are drunk. Y'all can't drive with these kids drunk. I'm not letting that happen. This dude is coming in my room, getting in my bed to take my kid. I'm going to defend my kids and I'm gonna defend my space. And now when they call the police, no problem. I'm sure the police gonna come and understand what I'm going through. Listen, I'm gonna say this because I'm not gonna
Ray J is trying to frame himself as the victim.
Jail. I'm in my bedroom. They're in there snatching my kids out of the bed while they're asleep and they're waking up yelling and screaming and crying. A dude is getting my kid out of the bed, bro. I'm going for mine. For my kids, I'ma double down on that. Y'all can't do that. But you know what? It is what it is. I love my kids. I'm not playing about my kids, and that's it. That's it. I'm in my house. Y'all in my bedroom. Taking my kids out of the bed at 4 in the morning. With a man, with you. That's a whole nother thing, man. I'm in my house. I hate that this shit happened. Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Ray J is always acting unhinged. Always acting unhinged. So I'm not surprised this has happened. Are him and Princess still married or divorced? I thought they were still married, even though he's been out here dating other people publicly and stuff. But when has that ever stopped him? Because married or not, he's never really been acting like a single man. So yeah. Ray J is obsessed because he didn't get a payout from this X video. That was her cousin's husband. He wasn't some random. That's the thing. I feel like that's just the narrative that Ray J is trying to give us. because he knows he was wrong, and there's no way to make that better. So he's trying to clean it up and also make it seem like it was self-defense, so he gets away with it legally at least. So yeah, but very, very weird. Ray J, his behavior, to be honest, I can't say that I'm surprised. He's done a lot of erratic things, so I will say I'm not surprised at all. This is what Ray J does. This is who he is. This is what he does. Yeah. Absolute shame. Okay, I have one last thing and then I am going to bed.
Classmates are all really supporting you. I mean, mine is Toya, where it's more like I don't know how to.
Always goes against the grain, and you know I don't want to shade Toya too bad, but what
You
I will
shaded
say
her bad
about
enough at BravoCon.
I mean, you know, but my whole thing is I don't think she knows what she does. Meaning that
Do you know what? Normally I don't agree with Heavenly. This time around I agree with Heavenly. I think Toya literally just has a wide mouth. She cannot control herself. She just says things. She doesn't think about the implication of what she says. Like, remember when she was talking about, like, you know, their PP never grows? You know, what's one thing she has learned about marriage is like, what the hell, sis? Like, don't let your intrusive thoughts win. Sometimes keep things to yourself. And so I just think like that's the big thing, I think, because now that's what Heavenly is saying. Like, she doesn't think she actually says it intentionally.
I'm still looking at her husband a certain kind of way based on the things he said about her. So if
You see?
she says things about the person she loves the most, and as a professional, we're looking at him differently, then what can she do to me? But you know what? I swear to God, Candace, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Because when Toya said what she said and I responded, I got USA Today, the Washington Post, everybody.
Sounds like everything went viral once Heavenly responded. But yeah. Hell gets that just one wish if he goes to jail. I have absolutely no respect for Heavenly. I agreed with her. I wouldn't vote for Heavenly either. Yes, me too. I actually talked about it on the channel and I was like, yep, I completely understand why she wouldn't vote for her. Just because, you know, you're a public figure. I feel like some of the nonsense we have and some of the people we have in politics today is because we let some nonsense people come in when we should have been like guarding the sort of people who are running in the first place, right? And even if they decided to run, we shouldn't have voted for them. And so I do think that Heavenly is definitely one of those people. And I'm with Toya. Just because we're classmates or we're castmates or we get on, that does not mean I will be voting for you. So definitely don't disagree with that. D says, hold on. D says, Married to Medicine has become so toxic, it's unwatchable. They lost me as a fan. Yes, I actually agree with you that it's become toxic and the toxicity seems to be increasing. I feel like, and I have Heavenly to blame for it because I feel like once Heavenly joined, I feel like with Heavenly on the show, it became always toxic. Like, she escalated it with the mothers, and then I feel like Quad with the allegations against Mariah, and it's like, oh my goodness. And then it just became more toxic over time. And so yeah, I would say like over the years I haven't really enjoyed Married to Medicine. I just tend to watch it so that, of course, it's a job for me. I got to watch these shows so I can come over here and talk to you guys about it. So yeah, I definitely was not it's been a while since I would say I've been feeling Married to Medicine. So yeah. Oh gosh, sorry, I just got a missed call, but oh my god. Why so late? Why do people like calling me late? I hope it's to tell me you bought me my suya. But anyway. On that note, it's 2 hours, guys. I am so tired. I feel like my energy, I need to just like go to bed. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging with me. I really appreciate you guys joining and leaving comments. Shout out to D again for like coming in. And yeah, for joining, please subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you again soon. Bajan says, I've never watched Married to Medicine, but these people are real doctors. Yes, sis. These people are real doctors. Real doctors. And they're like top of their profession, well-known doctors as well, like they're actually doctors. And interestingly enough, also, I feel like this new season they're also bringing some nurses as well, which would be nice because it would be a nice change. Because I think we have a lot of doctors on the show, but no nurses. So yeah, it definitely would be a welcome change to have some nurses as well on the show. But yeah, Bajan says, another good live. Thank you so much. You guys make it so much fun. Like, I feel like every time I come over here, it's not even like I'm just coming here for a live. It's just I'm coming here to hang out with you guys. So thanks for always making it fun. Yes, thanks to everyone for being in the comments, and thanks to everyone for joining. For the replay gang, thank you so much. I really appreciate you listening. Please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. D says thank you and good night. Bajan says, I could never be a patient of theirs. Yes, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I don't, let me think. Could I be a patient of any of them? Maybe nah, I don't like male doctors, sounds bad. But for like gynae things, I don't like having a male doctor. So if it's not a gynae thing, then maybe Dr. Eugene. If it's a gynae thing, then would I ever choose a doctor from the list? Yeah, it wouldn't be any of them. Maybe Contessa, but I don't know anything about her as a doctor, so maybe not. But yeah, night Bajan. Yes, everyone have a good weekend. Yes, thanks Bajan for reminding me that it is a weekend. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Yes, and also like collate some fun memories so we can talk about that on Monday. But yeah, everyone have a wonderful time. Also, don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell button just so you know every time I post or go live. One last thing, I want to check this with Bajan. Bajan says, I prefer male doctors. Why? I'm very curious about that. Is it because they seem to be more empathetic? And then I would say what I want to say, because you may be onto something. But yeah, she prefers male doctors. I say that because with a lot of like the recent health stuff I've been going through, yeah, I've noticed that majority, 99, all of the female doctors that I've spoken to so far, except one, have been so like cold, lack of empathy. But then I remember I had a consultation with this surgeon. He was so lovely. He seemed so empathetic. When I talked about the pain levels, he was just looking at me and he was so kind about it. And I actually felt heard. So I would say he's the first doctor that I would say that I genuinely felt heard me. So I don't know if that counts for something. So Bajan, you may be onto something about the male doctors. But I don't have enough of I don't have enough stats to prove it. All I know is like I feel like empathy is needed, and sometimes I don't really get empathy from the female doctors that I've seen so far anyway. Bajan says, I'll see what I can see and DM you. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Anyways, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Love you all, and I'll have a wonderful weekend. And I'll probably see you maybe over the weekend, if not Monday.